tempo marking. How fast does it play it?
It's like 78 or something. I don't know.
Says moderato y grazioso. What does that mean? A moderate tempo, but gracefully. Okay, you skipped from here over to here, just so you forgot a whole section there. Okay, good. So, how do you memorize something?
They don't learn to memorize it in sections. Or
Okay, so do you ever have to memorize something for school?
yeah,
So how do you do that?
I just look at the paper and repeat it in my head a bunch of times until
So you can remember it all.
back. Yeah.
Okay. So music is a little different. Okay. And when we memorize something, there's like 4 or 5 different ways of memorizing it. Okay. So the easiest one is how the song goes. Because we learned the tune. Bum 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 ba-da-dum 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 ba-da-da-da-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum bum bum. That's where you skipped. Okay. So that's one way. Another way is kind of like muscle memory. Okay, so we have, we know where the fingers are supposed to be, we know where the bowing is supposed to be. Okay, so there's another one. A third one is a visual one. So like, you look at the page, and eventually, as you practice and get better and better at it, you can actually close your eyes and see the music on the page. Okay? Another one is where you can memorize stuff by, sort of like by form. Okay? When you memorize by form, you're memorizing it in sections. Okay? And you know that this section precedes this section, and you know where all the sections fit. So that's 4. There's a couple more that we use, okay, but you're not using all of those, okay, and you need to. So one of the ones that would help you a lot is form, okay. So as we look at this, if we look at this second part, okay, when in Suzuki, okay, we didn't really do this and you didn't really do it, but I'll explain it very quick. So they have a whole bunch of things that they call stuff. So like this thing would be turn around a note, around a tune. Okay? And so that's how the kids memorize it. They can't read music at this point. Okay, but what they do learn is form. Because they memorize it by how it feels, how it sounds, and little bits of terminology they use for different types of things. So this would be scale up. Makes sense? Okay. Then this would be just like you're emphasizing each. So you're playing each note here, here, and you're connecting them with notes in between. So you're playing a scale down, but you're repeating the note. So in the formal sense, when you go over here and you notice this starts on a different note. So you have to look at that so it can help you memorize it, okay? So we know this one starts on G scale up. Then it's a hop, a skip, then scale down and repeat the note. Then scale up, then octave down. Okay, so this is the one that you're forgetting, and the reason is because this note here and this note here are the same. Okay? It's not the same it's the same coming into it, but it's not the same from here. So right here, we do scale here. Okay, then we're the same to here. Instead of going. Okay? So by knowing the form and knowing what is different the first time and the second time, it's one of those things, it's kind of like a brute memory. Okay, you just say, okay, first time it's this, second time it's this. And you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to play just from right here, and this will be the first time, this will be the second time. So you play. Until you get that straight in your head, and you play a second time. Okay? That way, when you memorize something, it'll come out really, really well. And as you're performing it, that's what you're telling yourself in your head. So you have the oral memory, you know how the piece goes, don't yawn. You have how the piece goes. You have the digital memory with the bow. You have the rhythmic memory with the notes. Okay, you have the muscle memory. You have the notes on the page. You know, and if you put all those together, you get a really comprehensive memorization of a piece. Okay, so you just need to get a couple more in there. Now, last but not least, did you practice this with the metronome? Really?
Yeah.
Was your metronome going? Did your metronome go tick, 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 tick? Okay, because that's what's happening in your rhythm here. You speed up, slow down, you know, play stuff twice as long as it's supposed to be. Okay, it's fine, but here. This has to be very regular. And you play it. You got faster right off the bat. It has to be as if somebody said go and they're going all the way through and tapping your finger, okay? Good. Here, remember we talked about this. You need to practice it more without the trill. Because it has to fit, so and practice it with a metronome, because that's where it goes. Okay? And then you can practice it with the trill. And then you can practice it with just the Nachschlag, this part. And then you have to put them both together. Okay, because you're kind of going. You get an extra beat and a half or something, whatever. Okay, so let's try that once. So start here for me, and we'll take it a little slower. So I want you to play it once. You're going to play just the quarter note with no trill. So dee da da dum bum bum ba dum bum. No, nothing. Dee dum bum. it's down, down. Do it again. Okay, you cheated. Okay. Don't play the trill, only play the Nachschlag. So it'll be dee-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Dee-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Try it again. Dee-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. That's it. Now play with only the trill, not the Nachschlag. No Nachschlag. Ba-da-bum, bum. Okay, that's what you were doing before. Okay, you were playing beep, ba-da-da, and throwing in an extra half beat. So you got to get to where it's all right tempo. Dee-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. So if you think of this as being 3/16 or 4/16, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And it's down, down. Okay, do the right going. That's the idea. Okay, now, so a couple things as well. It was rather anemic. Do you know what anemic is? Lacking red blood cells.
Oh.
Pasty. Okay, so I know it's marked mezzo piano, but this is marked mezzo forte. It should sound louder, and it doesn't. And then this is soft, and then loud again. So as you're playing this, so just kind of like an easy dynamic. Okay, and then it starts out mezzo forte. Then it's mezzo forte again. This is piano. Whoops. So it needs the dynamics. All right? And then the rhythm here, of course, if you practice it more with a metronome, okay? Ba-da-yum, ba-da-yum, ba-da-yum. Now the trio can be the same tempo as this or not. Sometimes people play a little faster. Okay, but it needs to be very, very steady.
Okay.
And you're all over the place. Okay, so how much practice are you getting? You have no idea. Do you have any idea?
Not good this week at all.
Not good this week at all. Okay.
Yeah, this week is kind of